Hello and welcome to another installment of Library Information Abridged. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Wikipedia. Everybody seems to think that Wikipedia is the end-all be-all of everything that ever was or will be, and I'm here to tell you that that is just not the case, and I'm so sorry. I wish it were, because Wikipedia is really handy, but it's not scholarly. And since we're in college, we need to use scholarly works. Scholarship being important to your professors, your librarians, your administrators, pretty much everybody that's not you. I suggest you get familiar with it. Wikipedia, like I said, not necessarily scholarly, and I'm going to show you why. Pick a language that you speak. I don't care which one you speak. You can speak any of them. As long as you can read in it, it's good. I happen to read in English. Click on English, and then I want you to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. At the very, very bottom of this page, there's a link right here for disclaimers. And right here, it says that Wikipedia makes no guarantee of validity. That just means that it may or may not be accurate. That's all it's saying. That's not a good sign. The second thing I want to point out to you is that it has no formal peer review. This is the killing blow to scholarship. Scholarship is designed around the idea that other professionals have looked at the work that is being put into articles, books, etc., and said, yes, this meets or exceeds the body of knowledge that we have about this topic currently. If it doesn't have that formal peer review process in place, it cannot be considered scholarly work. You know, without the peer review just means that you can't use it. That's why the keyword here is no. There's other fun things in here that I want to point out very quickly, and I think the most fun one is this one, the risk disclaimer. If you go into the risk disclaimer, it says, please be aware that any information you may find in Wikipedia may be inaccurate, misleading, dangerous, addictive, unethical, or illegal. Addictive. Really? Like, you just can't get enough of Wikipedia? Like, oh my God, this crack is so tasty, I must have more Wikipedia? That doesn't even make sense. I mean, I've fallen down the Wikipedia rabbit hole more than once, but no, just no. Here's what all this is basically meaning to you. If you try to use a Wikipedia link as a citation on a paper or speech or project or whatever you got, there is a very high possibility that it will be marked wrong. And the real danger to that is it's a double whammy, because you're going to get the citation marked incorrect because you used Wikipedia in a citation, but then you're also going to get nailed on the in-text use of that work because you use Wikipedia as a source in a paper. Secondly, and this is just my perspective, I've spoken to professors, and I won't say where, and I won't say who, that have said, if you use a Wikipedia citation in a project that you're doing for them, they won't just mark that part wrong, they'll give you a 0 on the project. So let's not do that. Make sure that when you're using Wikipedia, you use it appropriately. How, you might ask, is that done? It's simple. If you don't know much about your topic, come into Wikipedia, do a search for it. Everybody knows I'm fond of pirates. So here we go, pirates. And you read up on pirates. And then you take the information from whatever your topic might be, and you plug it into our library search function. Another way you could use a Wikipedia page in your research is to scroll down to the bottom of the page of whatever you're looking at. And there's usually a list of references talking about where the Wikipedia page got all of its information. These are fair game. Anyone can come in here, click on one of these, go wherever it wants to go, see for yourself if it is a valid source or not. I would highly suggest that before you do this, check out our source evaluation video to make sure that you're using the links that are in here correctly. Because if they're junk and you don't recognize that, then you're still using junk. Wikipedia is a great way to get search terminology for a search in our databases. It's also a great way to just get background knowledge. But you would never cite a basic encyclopedia in a research paper for a professor. So don't do it with Wikipedia. As always, we're here to help you. Just pop on in and ask your questions. Thanks.